Hey, what's up, guys? Absolutely Beast here, bringing you guys a race today on Forza 6 on Sebring. So this is me driving an X-Class, and what this is a night race. Now, X-Class has no headlights, so I just turned on the full racing line and just decided to race. This is a track I know the best. So I have tons and tons of experience on this track in Forza 5 and also a lot in this game. And so I figured I could do it. Now I've tried driving tracks like this at night before with just a full line on, and it's pretty tough. Most of the time I haven't been able to do anything, but this time, because I know the track so well, I can visualize exactly where I am, and it was pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, I'm squirreling a little bit here at the beginning, but I end up actually getting a clean lap at the end, which, to be honest, I wish I would have checked to see what that ranked me, because that's pretty epic to get a clean lap on the night track in X-Class. I mean, I don't even know how many people have gotten a clean lap, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure there's people that have done this and raced with the full racing line on, but, I mean, like I said, even still, with the full racing line, it's still really hard. And you have to be incredibly familiar with the track, and I am very familiar with Sebring, so yeah, this was just fun. I mean, there was a couple people in the race, a couple people that, you know, voted for something, and it ended up being this, and a couple guys got mad and left. And so we started the race with 4 people, and one of them quit right away, and then a couple of them quit, you know, toward the beginning. So I mean, it's just me basically, as you see, one of one. So I'm the only one racing here, and yeah, this was fun for me. You know, I mean, one of the disappointing things about being able to play Forza at this point in its life cycle, you know, after it's been out for a year and a half, is that there's, you know, there's not a lot of people that still play it. You know, like our class, like I normally race, you can find decent lobbies in there, decent sized lobbies in there. Personally, I consider a decent sized lobby anything over like 10 people, because less than 10, it's just, you know, the track feels kind of empty, and there's generally 1 or 2 or 3 people who are way better, and then the rest of the guys are just sort of non-competitive. So, you know, excuse me, geesh. So it's nice to, you know, be able to play in that class. But now that I've switched to X class, and honestly, this is one of the, I didn't like the car initially, so this Ferrari that I got is a DLC car that I bought. Just paid a couple bucks for it. And it's way better than the Lotus. Excuse me, I didn't like the Lotus at all. Which is why we stayed out of it. It's just too twitchy and didn't feel quite right. So once we finally came back to this, it was great. And honestly, I wanted to do this for a while, get this Ferrari and race in X-Class, but I just knew that there wasn't many people in here, because this was one of the lesser played classes, you know, because it's at the very top, so the car's really expensive. You know, in-game credits, it's, you know, pretty expensive. Plus, it's not as glamorous to most people who want to drive like a, you know, Bugatti Veyron or a Koenigsegg 1-to-1 or a P1 or something like that. You know, they want to drive a car that they know of, not necessarily like a, you know, Formula 1 car, even though this is way more fun. And also, it's a lot more challenging, you know. It's not like any of the other classes, so you come in here and you just sort of have to, you know, man up and just sort of mash the throttle through a lot of these turns, where in other classes you're definitely, you know, lifting off or even braking and downshifting. And this car, you're just like, what? You just floor it and just go through, and it, you know, it takes some getting used to. So a lot of people don't race in here, but this is one of the problems with racing in this class. It's just there's not really that many people ever in these races now. Now, like this one was a perfect example. I mean, and the other thing that happens too is when you're lucky enough to get into a lobby where there's actually a decent amount of people, that's cool. But then there's always something that happens that causes it to sort of collapse. Like there's this weird glitch that, if any of you play Forza, I'm sure you've experienced, where the race loads and then everybody gets booted back to the lobby screen except for one person. So there's one person racing, and then everyone else is at the lobby screen just waiting for him to finish the race. So as soon as that happens, a lot of lobbies just collapse immediately. And the problem is, you get everybody in that one place, and those are all the racers there are. So once everybody breaks up and starts searching again, then no one can find a match. And so, you know, it can end quickly. You know, just, you know, you're trying to have a good time and trying to race, and it can end quickly. And I'm not a huge fan of the hot lapping all the time, you know, because I don't feel like I know the car very well yet, and I'm not using a tune yet on the car. I'm just using the default settings, so I'm not really going to be competitive hot lapping a track. So It's just kind of more about racing for me. So, you know, whenever I get in a situation like this, like, I'm going to finish it out. You know, that's how I am across all games I play. Whether it's this game or whether it's Call of Duty, I finish through something. You know, I'm not going to quit mid-game. I'm very, very much against that, and that's one of the things that I really stand by. It's one of my, you know, rules that I play by, is I won't leave games like that, because, I mean, obviously, extremely rarely I will. You know, for whatever reasons. I mean, I couldn't give you a number, a couple times a year, maybe. You know, like, really, really rarely. And, you know, it's just because, you know, it's an experience. Like, if you compare it to something else that people do, like, if you were, you know, playing basketball at the park with some people, or you were, you know, playing a game of pickup baseball or pickup football or something, you wouldn't just stop and quit when it didn't go your way and just walk away. You know, no, they'd never let you live that down, and they'd probably never let you play with them again. So it's just sad that everybody does that here on Xbox, but, you know, that's the nature of gamers, I guess. But yes, anyway, I just, you know, I want to finish the race. I'm going to race, even though it's just me, and even though it's at night. Like, this is sort of a challenge against myself, and this is actually going to be my clean lap here at the end, which is absolutely awesome that I got a clean lap at night. So yeah, I'll probably put the rank of what I am in the description of the video. So thanks you guys for checking this out. Make sure you check out my channel. There's plenty of other videos on there that I'm sure you can find one that interests you. And make sure you subscribe and check back soon so you don't miss any of my content. Thank you guys. See you next time.